Welcome to another video. I am in Toulouse. I am staying with a friend for just the last couple of days before I finally moved to Denmark, and it is dangerous. She loves books just as me, if not more. I think we almost spent 3 hours book shopping today. So I do have a little bit of a haul. I do want to say though, so a lot of these books, I only got one English book, which that one I probably didn't need to buy, I know, but the French ones, I love that I don't have to use Amazon. I don't like using Amazon. In Australia, the easiest way, or the only way I really knew how to buy foreign language books was through Amazon, which is not my favorite. It's also more expensive. However, I do know if you are in Australia, Alliance Française, they sell books. It will be more expensive than obviously buying them directly in France, but it's Australia. So while I'm over here, I feel like it feels like the right decision to buy the French books here. For example, Annie Ernaux's A Simple Passion, which I've read in English, this is €3, sorry, €3. It's like a second-hand book price. That's what I buy for a second-hand book, and it's completely new. So yeah, we'll start there. Annie Ernaux's A Simple Passion. I bought it in French, which is really cool because obviously she's French, so it's the original text. I'm interested to see how easily I understand it. I've read the first page. I think it's my level. I like a little, just that little step harder, which is what I really need to push my level in French. As I've said many times, I want to take the C1, the DALF C1 test next year. So reading is the best way I know how to improve language. And watching movies, I guess. Just consuming the language makes sense. And this one is about a relationship that she has, and it's while she's going through chemo as well, so it touches on life and death. And being a woman, Annie Ernaux is obviously a very, very talented writer, so I'm happy I found that. And then the next one is Dostoevsky's White Nights in French. I haven't read it in English, so this will be fun. I'm prepared to have to translate a lot, but it was something I wanted to read in English anyway, so and again, this was €3. Another one which was only €3 is James Baldwin's Blues for Sunny, which I haven't read in English either, but I was reading it and there's a lot of dialogue, which is a lot easier to understand in the context of reading novels. So that's why I thought it would be a good... I will probably start with this one because it's the shortest as well. It's like 70 pages, so just getting the confidence of finishing a story, especially when it's in another language. And then the next one, which is also a pocket novel, is called Art by Yasmina Reza. And the reason I picked this out is, first, I like the topic, which is talking about art and how it makes people feel, the importance of it, what it's meant to do, exploring that concept within a book. But it's almost like a play, and maybe it is and I just haven't understood very well, but it's written with each character speaking, which makes it a lot easier to understand and to follow, and I think was a good choice by me, as the reason of buying these books was to learn the language and to help me. The next one I got is Pour la beauté du geste. And this is it's an essay on the beauty of sport, which is something I love reading about, marrying the ideas of art and sport together, because I play a lot of sport. I play handball, and I think sport is beautiful. I think it is an art form, especially coming from gymnastics. I did 11 years of competitive gymnastics, and this will be a more difficult book to read, but it's almost like motivation, because being in this bookstore, which was so huge, there's so much literature that will never be translated into English, and by learning French to that level to be able to read it, the world of books opens up, and there's so many more things to read and to learn, and it's a really motivating thing for me to continue with learning French. This one is, it talks about the sports, tennis, football, boxing, tir à l'arc, I don't know, skateboarding, plongeon I think is diving, course is running, I presume. And then the next one is about the composer. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it is written by his daughter. And what really caught me was the fact that he wasn't just a composer, he was an architect, a mathematician, an engineer. Like I love, kind of like with the art and sport, I love when two subjects are combined and or like the exploration of the connection between those two subjects. So like maths and philosophy, two of which I haven't really explored at all. Like I've only done high school maths and I've hardly read any philosophical books. It's a topic I'd like to delve into one day, but I haven't yet, but I digress. So this is written by his daughter and what he's taught her, what it was like growing up with someone with that kind of mind. And I had no idea who he was, so I'm also excited to just figure out his work and yeah, learn about his works, I guess. And it's really beautiful inside too. There's pictures in it, which I love, a multimodal novel. The last one, which is in English, is by a Croatian author, and it's called, this is Slanting Towards the Sea, and yeah, it's set in Croatia. She's a Croatian writer, but I think she wrote it in English. This is her first novel, and it is about a boy and a girl from Croatia falling in love in the early 2000s, like just in the independence of Croatia. And then there's a time jump to when they're older, they're divorced, he's remarried, and then she falls in love, but they're still connected in so many ways. I'm really fascinated by this, and the reviews say that it's really beautiful writing. So again, I'm very looking forward to this book. Happy August 1st to those who celebrate. I'm back in an hour outside of Bordeaux with Flavie. Now I'm finally reunited with my bag. It's actually crazy how happy it has made me to see the books I left here. I have Too Much and Not in the Mood, which I've read one essay from. I have Clarice Lispector Agua Viva, which I have read but I want to read again because it's very abstract and I'm sure I'll get something out of it, and it's really small. It's a very short novel. And then my favourite book, Brian, which I will be reading again for comfort. I loved this book. French cooking book, which actually won't be of use anymore because the handball school that I'm going to in Denmark is fully self-catered, like breakfast, lunch and dinner, so I will not be cooking, at least for the first 6 months. I have Clarice Lispector.
Demain soir. Oh, moi l'iPhone.